Hello, welcome to the Studio Talks. My name's James Swift.
I'm Josh McNorton, and our guest today is
Thomas Collins.
Hey Tom, you okay?
Yeah, not so bad. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, just about. I like how in every episode it's slowly. In the first episode, it was like, we're good, we're surviving, and then now it's just like, yeah, just about.
Survive. Doing alright.
I've been playing a lot of Borderlands lately, so that's been preoccupying me time.
Do you know what I've been playing?
Go on.
Simpsons Hit and Run.
Oh, what a game.
That's been my...
What a game.
It's like the other day, me and Ante was watching Simpsons on Disney Plus, and I said, I drove that car, and he went, right, and I said, on Simpsons Hit and Run, and he said, what's that? So then, like, that's been my week.
So do you have a PS2 then, or have you been emulating it?
On an Xbox original.
Oh, nice.
Like,
I forgot they exist.
I've had to buy like.
This.
Oh no,
Yeah,
mine's like.
I was a PS2 guy. Do you know what I mean?
Mine's like one of my most treasured possessions. Like, I absolutely adore it. I've had to rebuy like a load of wires to actually have it play, but
On your
down in it.
Mine's still holding up strong.
It's also in black and white as well. The wire I've got.
I'm just a collector of old school. Like, I've got a Game Boy Advance, Game Boy SD, the Oblong Advance. That's what my treasured possessions are.
So, how are you doing in the lockdown? And do you have any advice for people?
I'm doing alright, yeah. Just bored. Just trying to keep myself as busy as possible when I can't leave the house. Just there's only so much Black Ops you can play and only so much music you can play, but I don't know. I've been trying to force myself to learn a new song a day if I can. I'm not sticking to it, but that's what I had in my head anyway as a plan. But I was trying to keep myself as busy as possible.
So you got to do really, innit?
Definitely. I think a big thing I've had is where you do half an hour of I do half an hour of songwriting a day. Some of it I'll end up lying on my bed going, I hate everything. And then some days I'll be like, this is a good song. So I think giving yourself a specific task a day is a good idea.
So what advice would you give to people then in the lockdown? You think?
And keep yourself as busy as possible. Just keep yourself trying to do stuff. And I've started experimenting, trying to get into songwriting. I've just remembered I kind of wrote a little bit of an electronic piece that I've recorded, and not guitar related at all, which is weird for me. It's just there might be stuff coming out on that soon. There might not. It depends if I can be bothered.
I did
That's the attitude you like.
I did a thing the other day where I woke up and I was like, once every Monday or something like that, every Monday of June I'm gonna release a new song. And then when the Monday came, I was like, I don't want to. So yeah, what was I going to say? Forgot.
This is half the episode.
I did. Yeah, when I edit it, I'm gonna edit out all these gaps, but I'm not gonna edit out that bit.
Okay.
That's a smart. What was it? Yeah, go on.
You think of that, and then you can just bring it up later in the episode. What's your history with the studio, Tom?
My history with the studio, God. I think I started to go to the studio in the summer of 2012, I'm going to say. Back into 2012. With my friend from high school, Bruce Crosby. We were playing music in the school band. Some stuff went down. The school band stopped happening because one of our friends passed away. So we started going to studios, a way to kind of, deal with it and carry on doing music. Used to gig quite frequently. I'd say every month or so at least, with varying levels of lineup. Like it's most of the time just me and him. It was a bit weren't particularly good, if we're being honest, but it was just good to have the opportunity to do it. And some gigs we played with a full lineup. I was there for quite a few years, and then I started going on my own and helping out with studio work as a volunteer. Working with Steve in the studio itself, within the studio recording people. shadowing and live gigs. I think I did a few music videos with you, didn't I, James? A couple.
You did, yeah, you did. I was
I did.
gonna mention that, and I didn't know if you wanted me
I
to.
stole your thunder. But,
no, I was gonna say, and what was it like to be in? But then I thought maybe don't, because yeah, I know.
Questionable clothing choices.
Oh my god, I was talking about that the other day.
You or James, because James did used to dress extravagant.
Well, that was
leopard print pants.
I had stopped. I'm sure I'd stopped wearing it by then.
I think you might have just by then.
I know I had all our outfits, because I'm weird like this. I had all our outfits planned out where I was like, right, this is going to be the day 1 outfit, and this is going to be day 2 outfit. And like halfway through the day, I was like, right, get changed, go into your day 2 outfit. And then like halfway through the day, I decided that this was going to be a 2-week project. There's a bit where we was running down the street on Lacey Street, running absolutely like it was hilarious. I know.
Didn't Steve borrow my bike?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he had like
film.
He had a camera on the back of his head. I think it was a GoPro, and it was just us running. It was me and Serial running, and we was exhausted.
Serial.
I know.
God. He had paper, didn't he? Do you know the scene where I think I turned up with it was a song or something, or he ended up screwing up this piece of paper that had a
oh my god, yeah.
And then he ate it and swallowed it.
And I had to cut it perfectly where just before, because you start laughing your head. I mean, you laughed all the way through it. There's so many edits where you just burst out laughing, but I think I've had to cut it on the line where your face just starts smiling. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, the quality bit of acting where he turns up to the gig and I'm meant to look dead happy and surprised and I just look a bit constipated.
And I put that picture on Facebook, didn't I? I think it was on, because it was on New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve. Like the first one came on Christmas Eve, then New Year's Eve, I think it was. And on Christmas Eve, I put up a picture of your face, and I said, "Why is Tom shocked? Find out on New Year's Eve."
Santa doesn't love me. What year was that?
That was 2013.
Seriously?
Yeah.
2013.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that.
No, I know. Because there's also a bit where me and Sarah had gone out to find places to film. Was you there when we was at the fireplace?
No, I don't know where I was. I think I was getting some food or I was doing something.
But we went to the fire station down the road and asked if they could fill the tent up with smoke so we could run out for some reason. I don't know. It's one of those things where if you don't question it, it looks awesome. And if you question it, it's weird. No, but getting back to Metalhead Monkeys, I know Lou considers it one of her personal ambitions as working at the studio to get a reunion gig going on between you two. Do you think that's ever going to happen?
I mean, I would be down to it. I'm back friends with them again. We had fallen out for a few years, but for one night only, admission 20p. We give you 20p. We pay you to come and see us.
I think that'd be good.
It would be a laugh. I mean, I don't know if you'd be up to it, but you'd give me 20p.
Yeah, I'll give you 20p, lad.
Oh no, definitely, yeah.
And a half-price tinny, because I work on a bar now.
I would be up to do it for a laugh, but it's just a question of whether he would. I mean, I'll have a word with him.
Good. We need this happen. We need this happen.
Play LMFAO. I remember one time when he wanted us to play One Direction, and I was like,
do it.
No.
I mean, that's
a thing.
That's happening. So what was it with that in mind? What was it like to be part of Access All Areas?
It was good. To be honest, it was a lot of good memories, and yeah, and met loads of great people, and especially when the studio had all the funding and had Steve, Stu, Jen, Tank.
I know.
Met loads of great people, to be honest. And there's some strange people, mainly children, who decided they want to come in and... Do you remember when them Loom Band things were a thing and everyone was obsessed over it, and this kid turned up and was trying to flog him to like everyone?
What about any Loom Bands?
Yeah, this kid came in with like a big box of Loom Bands and was trying to sell them to like me, Steve was there, and then I think one of the kids was screaming, took his pants off, and then I think they had to kick him out, obviously, and threatened it.
I can't remember that. No.
I can't remember, but do you not remember this like kid came in and started just being weird?
No.
No,
That sounds like top quality.
I feel like I've repressed it.
What inspired you to pursue music?
I think it was in school in year 3. How most people get into it. They brought in guitars. This bloke to teach us guitar for a couple of lessons, to kind of give us something interesting to do, and I just took to it and just didn't stop. And then I think I got into bands like Green Day. They're probably the first big band that I started learning and making me want to pursue it. Obviously Nirvana, all sorts, to be honest. And then I kind of fell out with it for a little while. I still played, but and people like John Mayer, Dimebag have still got me back into it heavily.
So, can I ask you a question, right? Because I was editing Jamie's the other day. Are you in Jamie's band?
Jamie College? No, we're not in a band. We've just got. He's the same as me. We never get anything finished, so we've kind of got a little project that's been going on since we finished college, to be honest. Where we've said, do you want to just like make music on the side, just to keep us busy if we've got nothing going on? And so we said, yeah, we'll do that. And we were speaking to a few people, talking about different vocalists. We still haven't got any. We still haven't finished anything. We started stuff. We haven't finished the thing that we started, and now we're just in the middle of starting another thing that we're not going to finish. So
That's
a good way to look at it. We're going to do it, but it is.
But we're not
going to learn anything.
Yeah, just take your time with it.
We got we had Jamie on the podcast the other day, and he sent us a song, and the song itself is really, really good, but it drives me crazy because it's not done. And I sent him a message.
Is that the one me and him done?
I think so. Yeah, he mentioned the reason why I asked is because he said Tom, and I was like, Tom Collins.
Yeah, that'll be me. Did it have slide guitar in it? It was kind of nice.
Yeah. He called it Foundations.
Yeah, well, that's a nice name. Yeah, we need to finish that. Because it was good.
I really like it. Yeah.
Thank you.
I like those when you were like, "Oh, Jamie, what's this song called?" When we asked him, and he was just like, "I think we're gonna call it Foundations." How are you anyway, Tom? Weren't you in hospital the other week?
Yeah, man. I was.
Been in and out.
I'm back from the dead. Resurrected. But I'm alive.
Keep it that way. You know what I mean?
Keep it that way.
Yeah, please do. That came out that question was just I was like, oh no.
No, I've seen on his Snapchat because obviously we're friends.
Tom, thanks for doing the podcast with us. How can people find your music? How can people find you online?
Well, the only one I can think of right now is on Instagram. It's Thomas Cottoners 99, I think. I said I'll link him a SoundCloud. I'm in a band at the minute. I haven't done any gigs with them yet.
What's the name of the band? Do you have a name?
Thunder and the Giants. I think
that's cool.
Find a little plug here. We've got Spotify, Instagram. Have a search, you'll find them. We're in the midst of trying to write some stuff over video call. So we've not really done much yet though, but we're in the process of doing a cover. We're just waiting on our drummer to send us the stems for the drums that he recorded so we can all do our bit for it. But
good. Awesome.
It'll be good to get back to gigging and get back to doing stuff. Good.
Thank you for joining us today. That's been absolutely great.
Yeah, it's been a good episode. Nice to see you, Tom. We'll have to meet up.
We'll have to meet up at some.
Right.
I'll see you all later.
See you later.
See you later.